Hello everyone, thank you again for joining me back on my series. Again, my name is Gus. Thank you again for joining me for today's class of Core Power. Today's gonna be a little bit different. All we're gonna need is a little bit of a yoga mat just to work out, and we're gonna do a few movements that are gonna help kind of get us more in a restorative feeling, still utilizing our core, but taking us to different planes of motion. First, we're gonna go ahead and start with a warm-up. We're gonna go ahead and sit on our yoga mat like so. We're gonna go ahead and start with a cat-cow movement. So go ahead and get the back nice and ready for movement. We're going to drop the belly down to the floor, like so. Deep breath in, like so, and then go ahead and push your back up towards the ceiling. Try to push your hands through the floor, like so. And go ahead and drop the stomach back down to the floor, just like that. And then push your back up towards the ceiling again. This is really just going to help get some more thoracic motion within the spine. Get some really nice flow here to allow you to feel where your spine is out in space. If you need to take it a little bit further, if you need to move a little bit more in this motion, you can. Or if you want to take it a little bit slower, whatever you feel like you need for today's movement. Alright, perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and transition to a bird dog next. So go ahead and just extend your arm and leg like so. If you need to adjust a little bit, you can move forward and alternate. You want to make sure you're extending your left arm alongside your right leg. And then same thing for your right arm and left leg. If you want to add a little bit of progression to this, you can add a rotation in like so and then rotate back out. If you feel like you want the progression, it's there for you. If not, you go ahead and choose to stay here, whatever feels right for you. Go just like so, and then as you're going through this motion, just make sure that you're pulling your stomach in, as it helps keep your core activated as we go through this dynamic motion. Good. Now, next we're gonna go ahead, do a little bit of torso rotation to get our torso nice and ready for movement. So you're going to stay in this tabletop position like so. And what I want you to do, take your left hand, put it behind your head. You're going to open up your spine and then take your elbows together like so. And let's continue to move from here. So continue to move just like so. Perfect. Let's keep on moving from here. Try to keep your hips steady because you don't want to sway them out to the side. You just want to mainly focus on moving through your spine. And then we'll go ahead and switch. I'm going to go ahead and switch so I can show you guys the other side. But we'll go ahead and start on our right side. Now, right hand's going to go right behind the head. And then we're going to go ahead and rotate up. Elbows together. And continue to go through this move. Pull those toes under your ankles. As we continue to move here, continue to keep ourselves stable. Pull your belly button in just slightly to help keep your core stabilized. And go ahead and rest there. Awesome. So next what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead, go into a prime hip arch and tuck. So what the prime position refers to, just holding in this tabletop position right here, keeping your shoulders over your elbows and your hips over your knees. And what we're going to do, kind of similar to the cat-cow, we're just going to go ahead and drop our stomach slightly, but we're going to draw our belly button back in, tuck our hips. We're going to tuck here, and then hold, flatten our back. Really focus on pulling the stomach in, as it's really going to help us get more in tune with how our core should be activating. So go ahead and activate there. And we'll go ahead and do 5 reps of those. One more. And perfect. Go ahead and relax. Okay, so for today's movement, we're going to go ahead and do 2 different sets of 5 different movements. What we're going to do is we're going to go through various different movements that involve us utilizing our core, but also work our hips a little bit, our shoulders and upper body. So we'll still be using a good amount of our body today. So the first movement we're gonna go ahead and do is going to be a hip drive, but we're gonna incorporate a little bit of movement in there. So what we're gonna do, go ahead and start here in this prone position. Go ahead and sink back into your hips. Walk your arms forward slightly, but pull your toes into your ankles like so. You're gonna go ahead, once you're here, now I want you to focus on keeping your head up the entire time. Try not to tuck your head, keep your head here. What we're gonna do is we're going to lift the toes, drive forward to a plank, pull back and down. Just like so. We're gonna do 5 more of those. Take it as slow as you need to. Remember, just emphasize keeping your head up, pulling your core in and down like so. This is really gonna help get into your hips as well as your shoulders, as we're gonna get some lat engagement by putting our arms forward just like so. One more. Perfect. Now that we're done with that movement, we're gonna go ahead and do our next movement. So that is going to be just some single step backs. What we're gonna focus on is going back to our prime position. We're gonna go ahead, be in tabletop like so, pull the toes in your ankles, and then we're going to lift up. So just focus on lifting the knees at first, step back with one foot, step back with the other, and back down. This is gonna be great for working on glute activation as well as quad engagement, but also core stability as we step up, okay? Let's step up, right foot goes back, left foot, and down. Good. And as you're going, focus on engaging your elbows to help keep you stable. Last one here. And good. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go ahead, do a little bit of some hip drive knee lifts, but we're gonna keep our knees lifted the entire time. So how that's gonna look is we're gonna go back to our base position, walk those hands forward. Good. And keeping your head lifted back into your hips, you're going to lift the knees, drive forward, pull back, knees stay lifted. We're gonna continue to go from here. We're gonna do 8 reps here. Really focus on pulling your core in. That's gonna keep you stable here. And we'll do one more. And down. Perfect. Next, what we're gonna do is we're going to work on some push-ups. So how these push-ups are gonna look, you can do these either in a prime position like so, or walk your knees behind you, and we do it in this modified position, or you can hold it in full plank. Whatever version you choose, we're gonna go ahead and do 8 reps of those. We're going to start in the slow position right here, and we'll go ahead and do 8 reps, okay? Go ahead and start. 1, 2, 3, core pulled in. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Awesome, good. Next, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit more tricep work right now, just in a different position. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to stay in our prime position, just like so, but we're gonna go ahead and drop to our elbows, just like so. And the point of this is really get to the backside of our arms. So we're gonna, once we're here, go and tuck your hips, reach your core, push up, and come back down. Emphasis here, really focus on keeping those elbows tight, okay? So we'll go ahead and press. 1, 2, we're gonna do 10 here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Now, They may have felt a little challenging, they may have felt a little good to kind of help stretch into the feet, the hips, as well as the upper body. Regardless of how that felt for you, get some water right now to kind of help recharge. Then we'll take it from the top in our next set. You can go ahead and pause the video if you need to, but if not, if you're ready for the next round, we can go ahead and get started on the second round. So we're gonna start here again. We're gonna start in our hip drive knee lift movement. So set yourself back into your hips, toes put on your ankles, walk the arms forward, like so, head up, pull your belly button in, and lift and drive. Go back and down, perfect. Do 5 more. Back and down, lift, hold, drive, back and down. 3 more, everyone, 3 more. I'm gonna do 1 more here. And perfect. Next, what we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna do some knee lift single step backs. So how that's gonna look. We're gonna be right here. We're gonna focus on lifting the knees. So we're gonna be lifting, step back 1, pull in, step back 2, and down. Perfect. Do 3 more reps in total. Make sure you're breathing as you're going. And down. Good. Next, we're gonna go ahead and do some elevated hip drives. How that's gonna look. Keeping your toes pulled onto your ankles like so. Walk those hands forward. We're gonna go ahead, keep your head lifted like so. Lift the knees, drive forward, back, hips stay up, and continue. We're gonna do 8 reps here. Remember, head stays up. Last one. And down. Good. Now, as we're finishing up here, grab some water if you need it. We're gonna finish up with some push-ups next. Go ahead and hold in the position you need. And we'll go ahead and do 8 reps here, starting now. 1, 2, remember, core pulled in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now, we'll go ahead and finish off with some tricep presses to finish off our workout. Go ahead, push your elbows on the floor, widen the knees if you need more stability, and we'll go ahead and start in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome, good job. We just finished up today's workout real quick. Nice and simple today. Help you get more in tone with the body. And then we're gonna go ahead and cool it down now. So what we're gonna do is we're going to start very similar to what our exercise were. We're gonna do a child's pose. But relax the feet, widen the knees, push yourselves back into your hips, walk your arms forward, but look down towards the floor. Go ahead and hold here. Very good job. Just go ahead and hold there, continue to hold. Sway side to side a little bit if you need to help get yourself into your hips a little bit more. And then once you're done here, walk your hips forward, drop them to the floor. We'll go right into a cobra's pose like so. Look up towards the roof. And if this position's a little much, you can drop to your elbows like so. And still get the benefit of doing this cobra pose like so. Go ahead and relax, come out of there. Okay. Now, what we're gonna go ahead and do now is we're gonna do a kneeling hip flexor stretch. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna push your left leg up. Left leg is, or right leg is gonna be pulled up like so. Pull your ankles under your toes. And what we're gonna do, put your hands on your hips. We're going to slightly tuck the hips and push forward like so, and just hold right here. If you want to come in and out, just like so, you can. But if you want to just hold right here, you can. You should feel that stretch in the back of your front leg right here. And just breathe, focus on the work you put in right now. Maybe how your body feels a little bit different, feels a little bit better after today's movement. And go ahead and come back. We're gonna go ahead and switch legs, just like so. And push forward. Again, however movement you want to go with. If you want to add a little bit of motion in there, you can. Or if you want to just hold statically, whatever motion feels right for you, you can hold as you please. And go ahead and relax. The last stretch we'll do for today's session is we will go ahead and lay on our backs. And we're gonna go ahead, pull our knees to our chest, like so. You can pull your chest up a little bit higher if you need to. And throw a little bit of a rock in there if you need it. But the purpose here is help stretch out our lower back as well. You can throw a little bit of a hamstring stretch in there as well if you feel like you need it. Whatever works for you, but we'll go ahead and hold here for 30 seconds. Continue to hold strong, and relax. And go ahead and come up, and that is going to conclude our workout today. Thank you again for attending my class today. Again, my name is Gus. Hope to enjoy core power session today, and I hope to see you next time. You take care.